Hello gamers, I'm Obi, and today I'm going to be ranking every single Lunar New Year skin in Brawl Stars. So first we have Royal Agent Colt. This skin is actually decent. His attack animations aren't too great, his super isn't too great, but something that makes him special is his hat on his back, and when he uses his super, his icon becomes bright. Overall, it was a good skin for its time, but I don't think it's aged the best, so I'll say meh for 150 gems. Also, we'll put them all at the price they're supposed to be. We're not counting discounts. Next is Dumpling Daryl. I've always liked this skin's animations. It like throwing shooting rice. He doesn't get a super animation though, which is kind of lame, but I just think the concept and his model in general is pretty good. I'll say worth it because it was only 80 gems and it's still pretty good value. Next is Lion Dance Brock. Now this is very controversial, but I really don't think it's worth it. He doesn't get any attack animations except the little firework effect at the end of his shot, which barely counts, and it's 150 gems. Same thing for his super animation, he doesn't get any. If they give him animations, he would actually be fine, but he doesn't get attack animations except the little firework. He doesn't get a super animation, he doesn't get a winning animation. He's just overall really a bad value. Now I get that his design is fine, but I'll still put him in not worth buying. Next one is the fan favorite, and it's Virus 8-bit. Now I know a lot of people love it, but it's 300 gems. His attack animations aren't too bad, but they're a bit basic. Same thing for his super. Honestly, his animations are not that good, except for his personality, which changes a lot with a different voice and a really good winning animation. I'll admit that. He also gets a really nice killing effect, which they added recently. Even with the average animations of his super and his attack, I still think his killing animation, his winning animation, and his different voice carries him. So I'll put him in worth it. Next, we have Antivirus 8-bit, and obviously it was a bit lazy of Supercell to do this, and I think it was kind of lame. So I'll put him in meh. Even if he gets the same animation, same voice, and same effects, I think it's a bit lame that he looks basically the same. Now we have Street Ninja Terra. This skin hasn't aged too well. She doesn't get any attack animations, I think, and her super animation isn't that great. Her winning animation kind of carries her in my opinion. I think it looks really cool, but it just hasn't aged the best. However, I do really like the model with the eye, and again, the winning animation is really cool and makes her memorable. I'll put it in worth it since she was only 80 gems. Next is Heroin BB. I've always really liked this skin. Again, the animations are not great. They're fine. Like, you can't do much with BB with her attack animation, but her super animation is fine. But her winning animation is just so cool in my opinion. Unlike Terra, I think she's aged really well. And again, her winning animation just carries her so hard. I'd instantly buy it the second they release her recolor. Next is Navigator Colette. This skin is only 40 gems. However, her attack animation is just pretty underwhelming. I still bought it because I wanted every Colette skin, but I really don't think it's worth it. Her model just looks way too basic and her animations are boring. I'll put it in not buying even if I bought it. I don't think it's worth buying, especially for 80 gems. Ooh, now we have Dark Lord Spike. I've always really liked this skin. The animations are pretty cool and he gets a pin that gives him a voice, which I think honestly is the coolest part. His model as well is just really cool in general. I'm definitely putting this one in instant buy. If it were released today, it would be a 300 gem skin for sure. Now we have Space Sox Bull. I've always really liked this skin. Something that makes him special is that he's a skin that gets different voices and he's not even a legendary skin. He also gets a great winning animation and a decent attack animation. However, he gets no super animation, but with Bull you can't really do much anyways. His sound effects also sound like laser guns, so that's another perk. I'll put him in worth it because I just don't think it's up to the instant buy tier, but the fact that he gets a new voice is really cool for only 150 gems. Alright, next we have Fierce Fang and Ferocious Fang, I think is his name. Now this skin is really cool. I think it fits Fang's personality so well. The animations are pretty underwhelming. I say that a lot, but these are older skins, so the animations kind of get underwhelming, but I think that winning animation is actually really cool. I'm gonna rank it as a 150 gem skin, even if you had to buy it with the Brawl Pass. I'm still gonna act like it's 150 gems. I feel like both of them are worth it. Some people don't really like the green hair, but personally I like it. I just like the color green in general. Next, we have this El Primo skin. I've always really loved this skin. Obviously, with El Primo, you can't really do much with the animations, but they still did a pretty good job. And his winning animation, again, is really good. I don't know why they make such great winning animations with Lunar New Year skins, but they're always so good. I also just really like his concept in general. He's supposed to be a fighter and he gets a new mask. All right, I think I have to be a bit more harsh because there's so many in Worth It, but I'm going to put him in Worth It. And I'm actually going to put Space Ox Bull in the top tier because the different voice just makes him stand out so much compared to the other ones. Now we have Orochi Edgar. This is such a cool Edgar skin in my opinion. I don't know what it is about it. I just think it's the concept in general and the model. It just looks amazing. I'll definitely put him in instant buy. For 150 gem, I think it's just a great skin. All right, now we have Goku Nita. I've always liked the model of the skin, but I have to be a bit more harsh because we're comparing all the Lunar New Year skins. So I think the animations are a bit basic. She doesn't get a winning animation, which really sucks. And her super animation, although I think it's a good bear, it's just a bear. It doesn't really change much. So I'll have to be a bit more harsh and put her in mid tier. All right, next we have Major Rosa. All right, this skin was in the Brawl Pass, but I'm going to assume it's worth 80 gems. It doesn't get great animations. Her super animation does change into Pixel, which I think is really creative. However, it's not that different. And her attack animations, you can't really do much with Rosa. So it's not great. She also doesn't get a winning animation. However, I really do like how creative her super is. And I like just the model in general. Since, again, I have to be a bit more harsh because there's so many in Worth It, I'm going to put it in meh. Even if I do think it's a good skin. I just have to be a bit more harsh since all of these skins are not bad. All right, next we have Soy Master Barley. I've really liked the animations of Soy Master Barley. I don't know how to describe it. It's like a shockwave or something light. I don't know how to describe it, but I think it's really cool. His super is the same thing, obviously, because it's Barley, but I just think it's a sick skin. He also gets a really good winning animation. However, it is 150 gems. So I'll put him in Worth It. I think he's equivalent to all the skins in this tier. All right, next it's High Score Grip. This skin is only 80 gems, and honestly, the winning animation and losing animations are one of my favorite in the game. The attack animations and super animation are really good, and the model is just amazing in general. I'm putting this directly in instant buy. I think it's just such a good skin, especially for only 80 gems. All right, next we have Baiku Eve. This skin doesn't look the best in game, and the animations aren't that good. However, I just love the winning animation. It just looks so sick. I'll put it in Worth It because it's not as good as them, but I still think the winning animation just carries it so hard. All right, next we have Wukong Miko. This skin is really cool. I'm actually surprised how many good animations they could do with a melee brawler. Usually they're kind of limited, but the attack, super, and killing animations are all really good, as well as the winning animation. It's really cool. I also love the voice. I think it was really cool to make him speak a different language, and it makes him stand out so much more. It's still 300 gems, but I think it's just a great skin. I'll put him in Worth It. And the last skin of this tier list is Kit Boxer and his 3 variants. This skin really makes Kit change a lot. He goes from kind of a cute brawler to like a really menacing one. And I think it just fits him pretty well, actually. He also gets a new attack animation for when he's throwing and when he's attacking. So that's also a cool thing to add with Kit. He also doesn't get a super animation, which kind of sucks, but it's understandable since he jumps just so fast. I think since it's a Brawl Pass Plus skin, it would be fair to give this one Worth It and the other one's meh, because I don't think it's worth buying the Brawl Pass Plus just to get these. All right, and now I'll choose the worst and best skin. For the worst skin, I'm gonna give it to Lion Dance Brock. I know a lot of people like him, and I know a lot of people are gonna tell me to never let me cook again, but I don't care. The animations are just so bad. For 150 gems, he deserves better. He has no attack animations, no super animation, and no winning animation. I know he dances, but it's the same animation as Old School Brock, which is a free skin, so I don't consider it a animation. And for the best Lunar New Year skin, I'll give it Dark Lord Spike. For 150 gems, it's just such a good value, and it has a great pin that gives him a voice. So this is my tier list. Tell me if I should cook again or if I should never upload again. I'll see you in the next video.